Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to try something different, something a bit fun. So I have these 5 books written by AJ Betts. I actually got to meet her and she signed all of these for me, which is really exciting. But I've never read any of her books before. And I am doing a project TBR0 where I'm trying to read all of the books I own. So I own these guys now. And I thought it would be fun to see how many of them I could read in 24 hours because I've never done a 24-hour readathon, but I also don't know if I could actually do the traditional 24-hour readathon where people try to read as much as they possibly can in a single day because I do need sleep. I'm almost 30, so your girl, she needs her sleep. So I'm thinking of doing the one where people split it between 2 days. So it's a weekend and I'm on school holidays because I'm a teacher. So I'm thinking of doing 12 hours and 12 hours. And Monday is also a public holiday and I'll probably be home. So if I don't finish stuff in the actual 24 hours, I could probably finish it on Monday as well. So it's currently just after 9 o'clock in the morning. So I'm thinking of going from now until 9 or 10 p.m. That'll give me, you know, enough time in between to have breaks and stuff. And I probably won't be reading for the entire 12 hours. So I know people also do the kind where they actually set a timer and it times them for 24 hours. So I could do that one as well. I might do like a combo and see whether I end up finishing them. I'll show you the books. Number 1 is Wavelength. So this one says Oliver's world has shrunk. It's about his final exams. It's about the magic 80 average he needs to get into uni, get his dream job and get cashed up. If only he can focus. Away from the chaos of home and his mum's booming muffin business, a study break in the small coastal town where his dad lives sounds ideal. But Oliver arrives cashless, bookless, phoneless and fuming to find his study refuge is home to an array of elderly citizens and a girl who seems to hate him on sight. Sunny Haven Recreation and Leisure Center is like some weird alternate universe where nobody is on the same wavelength. The 80 he so badly wants is slipping out of his reach. The sticker is covering some of it. I need to take it off. I need to take all the stickers off, actually. Nice. Okay, so I think I'm going to start with this one, and then when I get to the other ones, I'll read the blurbs as well. So let's get started. "31 minutes and 75 pages into Wavelength, and I'm really quite enjoying it. It is a young adult story and it's set where I live in Perth, so I do know a lot of the areas that they're talking about in the book, so that's actually really fun and cool. We're following Oliver. His mum owns a muffin business, which is pretty cute, except it's making it hard for him to study, so he's now gone down south to stay with his dad. So we've just met his dad and some of the people that he works with at the pool, swimming pool. So okay, and my laundry has just finished, so I'm gonna go and hang that up. And did you see Stitchy joined me? So he's hanging out, and then we'll probably read a bit more. I'll see how much I can get done between 11 and 12, and then I might have to take a break and do some other things. I made it to page 146. I've got around 90 or so pages left to read, and I just did some calculating as well. So I added up all the amount of pages and the books I have to read, and I'm pretty sure I can read it in 24 hours at my reading pace currently, maybe even less than 24 hours. So that's good. The book it's okay, just like a general coming of age, young adult story. I'm gonna read a bit again. I did a bit of laundry, edited and uploaded a video, so productive. And let's read. Hour and 34, almost 35 minutes in, and I've finished Wavelength, so that's pretty good. I think this is going to be a 4-star. I think it's a really good book, really quirky characters, really nice story. It doesn't really tie up at the end, like the end is kind of a new beginning, and I really quite enjoyed that. So yeah, very pleased with this. Let's get the next book. Next up is Zach and Mia. On the cover it says, "Be warned, if you pick up this book you won't want to put it down." And it's the winner of the text prize, which is interesting. So it says, "The last person Zach expects in the room next door is a girl like Mia, angry and feisty with questionable taste in music. In the real world he couldn't be friends with her. In hospital, different rules apply, and what begins as a knock on the wall leads to a note, then a friendship neither of them sees coming. You need courage to be in hospital, different courage to be back in the real world. In one of these worlds, Zach needs Mia, and in the other, Mia needs Zach, or maybe they both need each other, always." Okay, this sounds like it's going to be a bit intense. Cute. Well, I'm gonna get started on this one. I might read for another 25 minutes or so. Let's go. Hello, I've read how many pages? 26 pages. So we've been introduced to Zach, and I think we've got a glimpse of Mia so far. I went and had some lunch. I made my own pizza, but it kind of flopped. I was going to take a video of it, but like I ended up, when I took it out of the air fryer, it like folded over onto each other, and then all the cheese got smeared, and then I was so starving, so I just ate it. But I'm going to do a bit more reading now and see how far I can get. And I thought we'd switch up the angle a little bit in case you guys were getting bored from watching me from over there. I would sit on the floor or something, but it's super uncomfortable. I also have my chair that I'm supposed to use for reading, but it's got blankets and stuff on there that I need to put away. I might tidy up and then switch to there a bit later. Okay, but for now, we're at 1 hour, 45 minutes. Let's continue. We've made it to part 2, which is page 103. and the first part of the book, both the kids were in the hospital, and I think they're both out now. So I thought I would take a break, but I kind of just want to keep reading. So let's keep reading instead. And we are 2 hours, 15 minutes in. We are 2 hours and 45 minutes in, and in terms of the book, I'm on page 164, and my rice is cooking for like 8 or 7 more minutes, so I'm just gonna read a little bit. I've been watching Shelve It or Scrap It, and I walked the dogs and did some weeding outside, so I'm a bit grubby, so I'm just gonna sit down here and read a bit. Let's see how much I can read in like 7 minutes. It's just before 7 p.m, which means technically I've got like 3 more hours of reading that I could do, and I've only done 3 hours of reading already, 3 hours and almost 10 minutes. So I could probably finish this book before I go to bed. Oops, my bookmark that's actually a little peppermint tea thing just fell out. And then I could potentially start the next book as well, which is Hive. So I think this is a dystopian duology. So far her books have all been contemporary. I say all, both of them. And there's one book that was published before Wavelength. I don't remember what that one was called, but I'm pretty sure that one was published in like 2008. And this one, when was Wavelength published? So Shutter Speed is the other book, was published in 2008. And this book was published in 2010, but it was reprinted in 2015. So 2008, 2010, and then Zack and Mia, which I'm currently reading, 2013. Okay. This is really good so far. It's like some parts are bringing me to tears, very honestly. So I hope I don't cry before the end of this book. I might. I do actually not mind it when books make me cry. I do like it when it can make me feel so much. So let's see how long it'll take me to finish. Maybe before the 4-hour mark is up. Let's see. Okay, I just finished Zach and Mia. The ending made me a bit sad, but not like, I didn't cry. I almost cried, but I think this was a fantastic book. I'm thinking 4.5 stars, so that's going to round up to 5. Okay, and we're only 3 hours, 49 minutes in, but it is 22:08 p.m. Okay, I'll read you the blurb of Hive, which is going to be book 30. When I get halfway through this book, that'll be halfway through the challenge, which is kind of fun. And then this one has this cool foil. Okay. All I can tell you is what I remember in the words that I have. Haley tends to her bees and follows the rules in the only world she has ever known, until she witnesses the impossible. A drip from the ceiling. A drip? It doesn't make sense. Yet she hears it, catches it, tastes it. Curiosity is a hook. What starts as a drip leads to a lie, a death, a boy, a beast, and too many awful questions. Hive is the first in a gripping 2-book series by award-winning and international best-selling author AJ Betts. Okay. And then on the front page, it also says, our world was everything and it finished at our walls. Okay, intrigued. She also personalized this one. To Bianca, enjoy the mystery. Cool. I don't know if I'm hungry, but I should probably eat now if I'm going to eat anything. So I'll probably go grab some food and then I'll start this one. Okay, so 4 hours, 13 minutes, and I'm on page 58. So far we've met Haley. She takes care of bees. I think that's her name. And we've met a couple of other characters. Haley has found a drip in the ceiling. She's in some kind of hexagonal compound. It's probably somewhere in the future if it's set in our world. It said it was dystopian, so probably. So they're probably trapped in this like cult-like place because they have mentioned God, and the people don't really know too much. There are these old sayings that they don't really understand and words that have lost meaning, and they think cows and dragons are both mythological creatures, so interesting so far. But I don't know whether I want to read any more tonight. I kind of just want to watch some more Gossip Girl. I started rewatching Gossip Girl. It's probably my 3rd time watching that. I was in the middle of an episode of Shove It or Scrap It. So I'm going to do that, probably. But I'm super chuffed that I finished 2 books and started another one. And I read a bit more of some other books that I'm not counting towards this challenge. But I read, I think, 2 chapters in this one, which is the Sarky books. So pretty good progress. Okay, I'll probably see you tomorrow if I don't update you again tonight, since I am getting a bit sleepy as well. Good morning. It is the next day and it is 20 past 10. I have been a bit productive. I did some dishes, washed some laundry, folded some laundry, ate breakfast, and I read some other books because this phone died that I'm using as my timer. Lilies, don't do that. Come here. Come here. Come here, madam. Go. You can go over there. She's not supposed to jump. but she loves jumping. She had an operation on her leg earlier this year, so she feels a bit sorry for herself sometimes. Yeah. I don't know if anybody walked them this morning, but it's quite rainy today. But there's like 45 minutes left of my laundry that's in the wash right now. So I might do a chunk of reading of Hive, see how much I can get done in that time, hang up that laundry, and then I probably have to do some work on an assignment. But we'll see how far we get with this one. I'm currently on page 59. I finished page 58 last night. My trusty peppermint tea. I actually really want tea as well. Okay, let's get reading. Okay, so I'm back, did some other things, quite a few other things actually, and I'm losing steam just a little bit with this challenge because I've had a chance to look at my shelves and look at all the other books and things and realize how many books to read. I just filmed a Project TBR0 wrap-up video for August, which was last month, and I also really want to do the next video for my Read It or Read It TBR Vets edition, but I need to finish this first. So I'm on page 160, which means I have 100 pages left of Hive. Okay, so I can do it. How many pages are in the others? Let me see. So Rogue, the sequel, has 360 pages. Yeah, 360. So this has 100 pages more than this one. But if I can, I'm going to try to finish both of these today. That means I need to get reading. And maybe I'll leave this one for tomorrow, because tomorrow is still public holiday. I haven't done any work yet for my studying that I'm supposed to do. Okay, so I'm gonna finish this book, then do some studying. Okay, let's do it. I forgot to mention, but I'm nearly at 5 hours in, which is not even a quarter of the way through 24 hours. So that's pretty good, meaning I'm reading more than I thought I could in actual 24 hours. Let's see, I think I can maybe finish this one before the 6 hour mark. But let's see how we do. Hello. I have finished Hive and done a few other things. I've also started Rogue. We are at 5 hours, 25 minutes, and I am 14 pages into this one. It's got like an interesting-ish premise. I mean, it's quite predictable-ish what's gonna happen. Some of the things like inside the actual compound or hive or whatever it's called was like unique and like, you know, like they don't know common words for things because they've probably been in here for a while, so they've started to lose the language. Fairy tales have started to become muddled. They've got all of these weird traditions where there are gardener ladies, and then there are boys who fish, they're called netters, and then every time a gardener and a netter come together for a marriage to make a baby, the baby is an engineer. So that's kind of how they populate their people. Based on who birthed you is your role in life, which is interesting. I think teenage me probably would have enjoyed this a lot more than adult me. So right now this is like a 2.5. But we'll see how I feel after this one. So I'm going to read a bit more of this while some of my laundry dries. And yeah, I think I probably would have put in footage of the baby ducks, the ducklings. It's spring over here, so all the baby animals are being born, and that was really fun to see. And that cheered me up after seeing some people who had littered and they left little packets of Milky Bar everywhere. I should have recorded it as evidence, but I was too busy trying to pick them up before the wind started again. Anyway, okay, let's read some more of this. I'm going to try to finish this today. We'll see. I've been a bit slumpy compared to yesterday. It's gotten a bit chilly, but I've made it to page 108, which means that's like almost a third of the way done with Rogue. And it's 7:30 and we're 6 hours, 18 minutes into the challenge. So I might read, let's say, for another hour today and then check in again and see how I feel. Like the thing with her writing is really good, but I've noticed that I don't really care that much about any of the characters. Like none of them have made like a really big impression on me, unfortunately, and I can't pin down why. I don't know. I feel like maybe the very first book, that kid showed a bit more development. I don't know, but I am enjoying a bit more now that we're like out of this hive thing at the bottom of the ocean and we're getting to see some of the animals and nature, and I like that description. And we've got like a baby echidna, and it is a bit sad because the bees have all died on Earth, but where Haley comes from, the bees still exist. So I'm wondering if that's going to be like the conclusion is them rescuing all the people in the hive and the bees and repopulating the Earth with bees. Don't know. I just finished Rogue and the ending made me cry. I do quite like this duology more than I thought it was going to. It was sad, but still quite hopeful. And yeah, I think it was quite a good dystopian duology. In terms of the reading challenge, I'm at 8 hours and I have 1 book left. Which is pretty good. So the last book is One Song. Aspiring singer-songwriter Eva has one last chance to enter Triple I Unearthed High and break into the music industry. Is it Triple J? Hard to read. But after 3 failed attempts, she needs some help. Cue the band: perfectionist Eva, charismatic Cooper, easygoing Ant, and moody Ruby. Plus fly-on-the-wall Mim, who's filming them for her school media project. 5 people who have nothing in common but music. One emotionally and creatively charged weekend. Can they record the most important song of their lives? Sometimes a song presses pause on the world. I really liked, you know, like the Lemonade Mouth movie, but we are still convinced that it was based on this book called Sirlemoon by, I think it was Jaco Jacobs. But there was also a movie based on that. But anyway, okay, so this is giving that vibe, so I think I'll enjoy it. And what's the actual time? 9:30. I might see if I can read for another half an hour and then go eat breakfast and see what else I have to do today. I'll probably have to work on an assignment. Also, I've had really bad allergies today. I had to go and take an antihistamine because I couldn't like do anything. Oh, I've still got a clip in my hair. Ow. Yeah, did not wake up feeling the greatest, unfortunately. Just finished one song and we are at 10.5 hours, 10 hours 32 minutes. I've got tears in my eyes. This made me so happy. I read this in like 2 sittings. I read the first 50 pages yesterday and then today I read the rest of it. It was so good. I think this one is a 5-star. I really enjoyed this one. And that brings me to the end of my 24-hour reading challenge, which I guess could have been 12 hours since I managed to read them in 10.5 hours, which is pretty good. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. If you have watched up to here, please leave a pizza emoji in the comments. Pizza and music for one song. Or any emojis for any of the other books I read, but this one was my favorite. Okay, bye!